Radiant team pick.
Either see their position for again on some roller type, on some position for the tanky and up front, because then it opens Viper on the side lane. So if you have Rubik Viper
remaining.
Last banner. It's working a little bit here.
It's not.
It wasn't.
Yeah, they go with
My plan wasn't working.
Where do you put the Doom then?
Look at that.
Time. By the way,
If you do have a triple stack, it just you cannot stack it the fourth time unless you get lucky.
Okay, Bo, talk to me. How do you... It's a setup for some mid lane or off lane that dishes out a bunch of damage. Or your position 5 like Execretion. Here, they don't have an Invoker mid. They don't have a position 5 that dishes out a lot of damage in that chronosphere. You do have a co-op mid, but it doesn't really matter that much.
I've actually seen Sonic Waves push people out of Chrono a lot in tournaments. Seen it happen quite a bit of times. But I mean, at least it's something they're throwing in there, but I agree. I don't think they have that great of damage inside of it. Like, if Spectre gets caught in Chrono, are they gonna kill him? At one point, he might just get to, like, if Void's not farmed enough, they don't have that crazy amount of
but
damage.
Void's gonna have the Empower, so he should be able to get enough farm somehow.
That is true.
And they still have one pick of a support that could dish out a single damage.
It's gonna have to be looking for that back line.
And we liked Execration's draft. We see the drafts, and drafts are in 496's favor. Yeah, it's.
So what needs to happen for Execration to...
Yeah, let's find out indeed and see what happens. We're getting the Magnus coming through very early on the draft. This time, Execration I believe will be the ones to get a hold of it. Does that necessarily mean they're going to win, though, of course? Because we're seeing with the draft, the panel said overall they like what 496 has got going on this time.
Well, you know, our panel is wrong most of the time, so we should not take them too seriously. But there's some good combos in this game, and I like the combo breaker, Wyvern. I think there's going to be a lot more Tier 1 teams. It's going to be picking up either Wyvern, Shadow Demon, as a counter to either Mag or Faceless Void. And, you know, this particular combo could easily go wrong. Queen of Pain, Faceless Void, push people out.
Yeah. And because later on, do you think is killing the Spectre going to be a big issue for them? Like, Execration item-wise, who's going to be able to get a break online, right? This Spectre's going to be very, very hard to take down late game.
Oh, for sure. I don't think any of the heroes here just straight up go for it. It's more of a mid-late game item. You know, depending how the game goes, your mag can upgrade the Echo Saber if he does not want to disassemble it. I've seen Faceless Void going for Echo Saber when it's like really needed.
Top lane. This looks like may be the first blood. One hit away. No! Oh! In with the 3-man avalanche. Stops 496 from being able to get that kill. So we'll be able to live.
That's not the spell you want to have on Tiny level 1, especially on position 4, but, you know, saving your teammate, not feeling the first blood, it's still much better in my opinion. So the lanes are going to be mid-Magnus against Dead Prophet. And on the bottom lane, we'll have Faceless Void against the Viper.
Okay. And who's the backup here for the Void? It's going to be the tree, so... and Palos going to do their best to make sure that BB doesn't slow down Palos' farm too much. They're keeping the three at the top of the moment on 496 as they try and punish Raging Potato level 1. What they know that he hasn't got the blink. The courier is also going to be found here as Bombi's able to take it out. So they get the courier and the kill. Earl also being blocked up pretty heavily here. They're going to be able to find the two of them. So 2 kills plus a courier up top for this tri-lane.
These guys are good. The way they move, you know, once again, they keep a tri-lane for the first minute just to secure a kill, and now they got 2 kills, plus your Viper's having okay time. I mean, he has same amount of CS as Faceless Void, and they also got the courier kill.
Yeah. As you say, the distribution of heroes among the lanes could not have been any better there to start from 496. And I mean, yeah, there's no rush for one of the supports to come down here. I think, you know, that be saying, you know, guys, I'm
fine.
Yeah.
Don't come here. We've all been there where you're off lanes like, please don't come, don't soak up the XP. You're playing off lane. Okay, someone's having like Timbersaw on the off lane. You're Podge, not doing anything, just waiting to get level 2. So it's better to stay away.
Yeah, they can just get full control of the lane up top.
Magnus is such an insane hero. Like, how's this allowed? To have a skewer and talent that gives him even more skewer.
And you're talking about top. Oh, they got him here.
Sometimes it's better not to kill him. Like right now, both of the heroes are low, which means that your Spectre is gonna have a free time, and I think it's time for one heroes to rotate to the bottom lane and just help out Viper.
Yeah, not for sure. And they're gonna send Yassi down. So they've now got the 2 of them going here. I mean, they've already got that top lane going the way that they wanted it to do so. And Jet, touching upon the fact you say about the Magnus being strong, at the end of the last game, you're just talking about heroes with repositioning skills. They've got the Tiny as well, right? So if Execretion do start to lose and the high ground pushes come in from 496, they've got the tools to maybe win the game in the same fashion they won the last one. You've got to be careful when you're pushing high ground.
You also have Sonic Wave to push them back. So this lineup is no joke. It's a lot of long cooldowns, however.
On bottom lane, Palos is trying to go in. Get back. I mean, there's too much damage from this fight, but Palos is just dead. It's too hard for him to fight this. Yassi will fall, but it's going to give that BB the double.
That BB getting the solo XP from the Treant, I think it's worth it. Rubik wanted to die there instead of just going back with no HP, no mana. I think it's a very good trade for 496.
They've really got to be careful. Some of these side lanes now are getting some easy kills. Farm in the mid lane, still pretty even. The DP doing a good job against the powerful farming of Ken. Has nukes to push back herself.
Magnus got rid of the ward, which was blocking the camp and also providing vision on the high ground. So you can farm both of these camps at the same time, pretty much. Viper, he's using a ton of mana, but he is putting also a lot of pressure. Mag.
We'll get the skewer back onto Hung Hung underneath the tower. Avalanche as well onto the DP. Hung Hung, he's got nothing to toggle the aggro over to. Tries to pop Verifier to live, but will fall, but not before getting that kill onto Ken.
This is exactly what Tiny needed. Like, he was having an extremely bad time, now gets the solo XP from the Dead Prophet kill, and is kind of back in the game.
Yeah, straight up to level 4. Can look to move around and have these very potent early game combos. All the damage output from the Tiny, and it's got to stay active. But these side lane cores, though, are going to be very hard to make moves on. The Viper and Spectre, not easy targets for Tiny to be able to get a hold on early on. These sort of tanky heroes always a bit of a danger to gang, because the turnaround can be there. And then a bounty. Oh, it's going to lead in onto Yassi with the combo. Yassi tries to run Earl and RR with the chase down. And he's away. Can't quite finish him. Palos gets in. But each time he steps forward, that BB just starts to lay down the poison on him and he has to back off.
Faithless Void, level 5, going straight for Hand of Midas. I guess he just wants to be able to scale, you know, with the Treant Protector. They can stall the game. There's always going to be that threat you were talking about. The toss back once Tiny gets a Blink Dagger. Same goes for Magnus. And 496, they finally got the lane back where it should be on the top lane, so Spectre can farm underneath the tower. It was very close to enemy tier 1 tower, which is kind of dangerous, especially with the toss back from Tiny. Queen of Pain, just one Nully going for Urn. You definitely need a Spirit Vessel this game, and you need it fast. Like, Tiny needs a Blink Dagger, so he can't go for it. And against the Dead Prophet Wyvern, you definitely need to have one.
And this early Ghost usage starting to put some pressure on me. Jassy does grab an Invis. See if he gets the opportunity to catch out Ken, but Ken staying close to the tower. How far forward does he come? They get a good telekinesis into the Arctic Burn, so they may be able to try it. Still hard though, it's a tanky Magnus. And in fact, extra TP backup coming in. We're going to have Raging Potato come over to the mid lane. As the Quap it. Let's come in, but nothing else to offer.
That just refills the bottle for Mag.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it. And 496 needs to commit heavily to kill the tower because of the Treant Protector's heal. They need to bring numbers or play with the catapult.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Bottom lane. See if Yassi and that BB can find an opportunity. Palos is 6. Early on, though, as mentioned by the panel, not really huge combo potential with Chronosphere. So, very hard for him to get a kill with this early. Unless 496 themselves try and dive, get low.
Yeah, the only combo they have is Queen of Pain.
Yeah.
During Chronosphere, there's literally no damage they can put inside.
See mid. Okay, Palos. I mean, no, it's not. No. Oh, no.
Radiant's
That
bottom
couldn't have gone any worse, the cost.
I mean, if Magnus somehow skewered and one guy also TP'd, it could have been worse, you know. I can think of a scenario, but this was pretty bad.
Yeah. Oh,
And that's why I love Wyvern against the Faceless Void, against the Mag. We've seen it in the previous game. Like, this hero is not the strongest laner, but once it comes down to team fights, it's one of the best ones.
Yes, it's going to be quite the hit there for the Void. First move on the map,
Radiant's bottom
Chrono
tower
does
is
nothing.
under
He
attack.
ends up dead, and not only dead, but dying to the enemy carry. There's now a 1k difference between him
Are scanning.
and Spectre after that. A little bit of a mess up mid.
My question is, what did he learn from that fight?
Radiant's top
Like,
tower
is he gonna
under
do it
attack.
again? He needs to catch Wyvern. Spectre? I don't think she's dying. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Tiny. Okay, he's 5.
He's step
Okay.
aside, Void on the carry now. With the XP he's getting.
I thought he was still level 4, but he got level 5.5, so he's good. Big stack.
He's going to get blown up by the Sonic Wave, also pushing back Hung, but Ken, he's already too low. With the Ghost out, Hung can chase. Over towards Raging Potato, they'll look, he'll blink back in a second, but they may just have the damage to take him out before it's available to us. There it is. And Living Armor also keeping him safe. He'll continue to move over towards Palos, but not having any further catch. Palos is fine. And needs to be careful, getting very close to having the Midas recipe, so death at this stage would be pretty painful.
I think that's a very hard kill to get.
Now we're seeing them multiple times trying to dive in onto the DP. As Earl turns over towards Yassi. Telekinesis is there. Earl caught in the river. Living Armor saving him a little bit. There's the bounce with the Splendor Blast. The Fade Bolt from Yassi finishes the kill. Raging Potato, he's gone in for this Rubik kill. I mean, he gets it, but he's given away more action to this Death Prophet. And that's, you know, that's
not
an
a good
off-lane
trade.
quap diving in. That's not like a support quap, but he's making moves like it is.
At 496, this is the second time throughout the series when they just evade enemy jungle, get their bounty runes, try to steal stacks. Faceless Void, he needs to chill for another 30 seconds to a minute, even though the Chronos here is up. Get that Hand of Midas online.
Yeah. I think he's just about got it, but yeah, I mean, you're right, yeah. The fact that the Chrono's up is like, okay, fuck away. No, you've got your ult, but just be careful. It's a very hard game to get kills early on with the Chrono. Midas also done for Spectre. As the farm for both carries will continue. Top 3 net worth though at the moment, all 496's members. To a very hot start here, 10 minutes in, 3k lead. We'll see. Void is going to have a good shot of closing that gap, not only having the Midas, but also having the Empower on his side. So we'll be able to farm very quickly. Let's just got to make sure that he doesn't get caught in any other nasty fights early on. Horn coming out on the bottom lane, as they're going to look to try and move on to RR, but RR's into the trees, so that Horn.
Just keeping things even after that fail. Chronosphere in the mid lane. We see the same thing with the Haunt.
That just comes in to show that he can do it as well. At least in position though, down bottom now to find the tier 1 tower.
Under attack.
Dagger scouting out, but RR remains hidden. TP's coming up to the top lane. They're going to try and go for the tier 1 push in return. As 496 should be able to finish this elf. Living Armor or not down bottom.
Queen of Pain needs to be very careful about using TP, Blink aggressively. It's a long cooldown. And only level 1.
See the Fade Bolt out to the 3 of them. Bombi keeps himself alive with the Coin Embrace. They're going to commit the RP and that'll do it. The 2 kills, but they're deep. And now Hung can just find the cleanup. They're going to be able to get Raging Potato for that dive. Ghosts are out, but unlikely to be able to do too much to the tier 1 tower. But still Execretion really trying to force a fight. 496 still able to find something out of it in return.
Faceless Void is catching up nicely considering how bad of a lane it was. Now they have an Urn on him, some Living Armor, Hand of Midas is ready, and there's the Chrono.
Alright, this time round it's going to be a safe one. The tower, holding in that BB and keeping his teammates alive. That's the sort of early game Chronos this Void can manage. Still, definitely a a game in which, I mean, with the chrono down, 496 may feel that they can try and go for some sort of catch. They'll have the curse up soon as well.
A lot of long
setup.
Pull down ultis on both of these teams, so we might not see that many fights going on. No, just casual pickup. Tiny. Like, it's gonna be 20-minute Blink Dagger Tiny.
Yeah, he's not had the chance at all to pick up any farm in these lanes. Of course, no objectives yet to be found by Execretion. And 6 themselves looking for the second tier 1 already, as they're in on the mid. What sort of a defense Execretion wants to bring out? They're still short of the chrono and the RP. Just got the grasp, the presence of RR and Ken here to try and slow this. It seems to be working. We'll manage to relieve the pressure for now, but half damage already done to the tower mid.
Is under attack.
Pretty even odds. Execretion 1.9 against 1.8 on 496 Gaming, still favoring 496 here. They've been ahead.
Oh, he tries for the TP, but Yassi still had that telekinesis held back. See if Palos slowing him down. Palos into the trees. They'll come in with the haunt. Palos is gone over in mid at the same time. Execretion making the counterplay onto DATBB. DATBB pots the one, but he's still down. The avalanche and the punches from Magnus finish him off. 458 won't quite find Raging Potato. The blink's back in time, and the quap's away.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Magnus is not as farmed as he usually is at this stage of the game. Like, does not have Echo Saber yet. I mean, it's a costly item. You get a bracer, powered treads. Maybe we've just used to see
just like
Magnus being insane amount of farm. But, you know, it's a huge difference.
Radiant's middle tower
this time,
is under attack.
With the exorcism, they should be able to power on through the living armor. Execretion can't push this one away. Is it coming in? To Execretion, really want to try and find a fight. Raging Potato is going to go in with the dagger onto DATBB. Hell's charging in with the curse. They'll put a stop to that attempt. Holds the two of them back. Siphons are out from Hung. They're going to kill both of them here by the looks of it. Potato blinks out with the Viper shot on him. He's dead. That was a very ambitious play there from Execretion to charge in with the two of them, despite their tower going down, and the rest of the team not really interested in fighting.
Yet, two other members of the team were just on the top and the bottom lane. They were really not on the same page. Mag uses RP on Viper.
See you later, nerds.
Easy kill. But they got Faceless Void on the other side of the map, which is a much bigger kill.
Yeah, Palos out for 40. Up top, 458. He's not going to feel any threat from these two. He's fine. He's out of there. Yeah, they've got to be careful. Execretion now, a couple of moves that have cost them their own lives. It's Hung build for him this game. Yules into the Aghanims. Still as strong as ever. Have a lot of damage from the Ags, buff with the additional ghosts, and of course just speeds up the farming that much as well. They're out with the smoke. I mean, as soon as they're back in, despite dying, they're ready to run at them once again, Earl and Raging Potato. They're going to look for 458. Have they got the burst? They've got the Sonic Wave. There's TP backup coming in, though. Save is there. Earl still trying to stay on top of the Spectre. He really wants this kill. But he's not going to get it. He's got Raging Potato does go in and will find it, but he blinked in for this one, so he'll give his life for it. I mean, is that worth, Lacoste? you do get the Spectre, but you do instantly lose your 2 lives pretty much as quickly as they respawn.
Yeah, you killed Spectre, but the question is how much rest of the team is getting out of the map. I mean, Magnus is farming on the top lane, getting closer to his Blink Dagger. Faceless Void, what is he getting? A Maelstrom into BKB. Okay, I can understand Maelstrom against some, you know, it's a magical damage. Against the Dead Prophet, against Wyvern, if they use heal on someone, it still goes through.
Are fortified.
There's some crazy aggression here from Execretion to try and slow down the Spectre's game. And it is working. It's very close at the top between all the cores, but Spectre is on the lower half of it now. Mid lane, Yassi going in with the stolen time walk, closing the gap onto Earl, goes throughout with the overgrowth. Will hold them back. Chrono's going to be dropped down. They're going to look towards the DP. Can they do it? Void, he's got a time walk out. Nearly straight up dive there. The stolen Chrono here from Yassi, holding the Tiny on the side so they can kill off Raging Potato, turn and take Earl as well.
Is under attack.
As I mean, yeah, Raging Potato and Earl, they're sort of just dying. This is 3 times in a row where the pair of them have just died. It's now Bombi. He's still alive. They're staying in on the side, and Yassi with the stolen skewer, he kills off Ken before the RP can go off.
Rubik's playing extremely well. First, he steals the time walk, sets up a kill on the Faceless Void, forces Treant Protector to use ulti defensively, then the stolen Chronosphere, now with the stolen skewer. Like, he is really on point with the spell stealing this game. Also, you know who's not on point and not on the same page? That's Execretion, because Queen of Pain did not have ulti, Faceless Void uses one, does not use time dilation after, so it gets easily stolen. Also one mistake that we did not point out. And then Queen of Pain doesn't have ulti, there's really no follow-up inside the Chrono.
Scanning.
Now these Chronos have been very hard to play with for Palos. I mean, it's just the nature of the lineup. They're not guaranteed kills, and already, you know, it's not just the fact that damage is low from them, it's that 496 have ways to counter it.
Is under attack.
And their heroes are pretty beefy. You know, you got 3 cores that just in themselves, whether it be through the power,
I guess he wanted to get mana boots in the laning stage to keep spamming it and putting the pressure on Faceless Void, and it's a great way of dealing with time dilation. You want to have your abilities in a team fight great against the overgrowth.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And our bottom 496 there. Coming in with the push, the setup's there from Hung Hung. He's just gonna get the ghost out. Easy kill, and with the wave in position, they can go for the tier 2.
At least he bought a Blink Dagger before it died. I thought it's not gonna be a good Blink Dagger timing 21 minutes in. It's a rough one, but now they're trying to do something on the top lane. They need to fall back.
They're scared. They're very scared here. As soon as 496 starts to show some sign of lights up top, they're instantly out of here. Execration, the dagger. It's going to catch on to Ken. It's Ken. He's got very little ways of playing his way out of this one. He is a dead man for sure. He's gone. He's out of this, and now RR, he's just got to keep himself hidden. And he will manage to do so. There, no detection down from Yassi, so the tree makes it away. Over towards mid, Hung Hung. Not quite there with the timing.
Not sure they had enough. I don't think Rubik was close to actually get the lift off. That Prophet with the Aghanim Scepter will excel the farming capabilities and the tankiness of the hero. Okay. They just love using those long cooldown ultis on Winter Wyvern.
Oh, now with this axe done on Death Prophet, it's so much damage. The slow as well, making it very easy to kill off Raging Potato anytime he blinks out of position. Top lane, Avalanche comes in. Can they finish this kill off with the toss-up? They'll get him. Execration getting themselves a big one. Finally, again, just putting the Spectre out of the game.
That's the power of Treant, scouting things out, setting up kills for the team. And Tiny finally involved in one of those kills, barely. Like, I believe the BP was ready to go in 0.1 or 2 seconds.
Top Bombi's in, Ken and RR around. They're going to try and go for the play on him here. Overgrowth into the hammer. TP's coming in. He got the cold embrace off. That may just save him here, Bombi. Quick with the reaction, as that's a whiffed RP. Bombi will still fall, but because of the extra time, Ken had to stick around. He goes down for that. And now Yassi, stolen RP, jumps in onto the Tiny. The silence is there from Hung Hung, and again, with these extra ghosts, the damage, it's enough. DABB's there with the wraparound.
We did not see like 2-man RPs, multiple man chronospheres, even the stolen ones. They just use it on one hero to secure the kill, which I think is the correct play here. You just get whatever you can. These teams are kind of playing for the late game. Same goes for Faceless Void. Now that Prophet pops that ulti. Spectre with the Manta style, they have more than enough damage to bring this one down.
Yeah, this is their Roche for sure. No chance around the pit. Roshan falling incredibly fast here due to those ghosts. He just on 4-5-8, so now can rest a little easier when it comes to farming in the lanes. Doesn't have to worry too much about Execration's ganks. And they're going to go straight for an aggressive play themselves. Horn up towards Ken on the top lane. Ken trying to get back with the skewer, but with the 4 of them here, it's just so much damage from 496. Their fight at this stage of the game just looks infinitely scarier than what Execration have with their heroes.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Treant Protector is so obnoxious to play against. Also one of the reasons why Dead Prophet decided to go for Aghanim Scepter, so they can push the towers even when the Exorcism is down.
Yeah, really nice build from Hung Hung this game. And with this 5k lead, it's starting to look a bit awkward for Execration. They need to find something big with the team fight ultimates, but as we've seen, it's just not an easy game to do that. Even if they do find these big chronospheres, will they actually be able to get the kills? They're going to back up and smoke, see if they can find an opportunity, but at the same time 496 themselves also making the move down towards this bottom lane. Maybe seeing if they can catch out Raging Potato. He will show it again, but so they actually want to swing over towards the bigger targets. They want to try and find this team fight. He's going to be the focus as RR leads in with the 1-man overgrowth. They jump in, look at the bashes, but it's hard to commit. Palos, I mean, if he chronos, he knows there's going to be safety from Bombi on the backline. The RP, again, getting used a second time out of this stolen RP, Yassi. Sets up for the kill on Palos. Over they go, the Winter's Curse control onto Ken, buying time for them to move over, kill the Magnus off as well. I mean, it's starting to look pretty impossible for Execration. They just can never find the opportunities with these RPs and chronospheres because of the counter plays and the counter to picks that 496 have.
Overgrowth is also used only on one hero and mostly offensively, so they don't get too much value out of that one. Also, you need to catch Wyvern before you take a team fight. You know there's going to be Cold Embrace, there's going to be Winter's Curse placed on top of you, and it's very hard for them to play against it. There's a Queen of Pain, it's an offlane co-op who's going for these utility items, so there's no silence. Alright, once again Rubik with the big plays.
Quick grab in, Tiny's out.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Tiny's gone, and time and space for them to take another tower here. This tier 2 will fall, 496.
Middle tower has fallen.
Very strong momentum here with the push up to the high ground. Palos will be back in, does have a chrono, but as we've seen so far in this game, it's hard to do much. Ken is going to try and start something here as he jumps in with the RP onto Hung Hung. But Hung Hung is very tanky. The Sonic Wave doing nothing much at all. Palos,
where's the chrono?
BKB, the chrono. Come out, he's got the two of them with the cold embrace, keeps the Spectre safe. There'll be a hammer dropping down, does hit onto 458. 458 gets low, but that's the first life. He has the Aegis, he's ready for another round. And for this second round, now there's no chrono, there's no Sonic Wave. They blew everything on the first attempt. This mid lane will just continue to get pushed. The toss back onto the Spectre, but still Bo5 able to move back with the dagger and the Manta. Palos goes in with the time dilation. It's a little bit of a slow and control, but again, the damage is just, it's not there for Execretion. They're struggling to be able to push back 496.
The biggest play they have is to toss or skewer someone to tier 4 tower, and that's it. Right now, they can't be taking these team fights. 496, much stronger at the moment, and this build on Viper is just keeping them alive.
Oh, and again, yes.
Stolen RP, didn't he use a single spell?
Top tower is under attack.
I mean, we're seeing so many RPs from Yassi. This was the third RP this game from Yassi. In a stolen RPs that many times within the same game. He's just on top of it. He's in the Magnus's mind. And he's coming in with better RPs than the Mag's been able to this game. It's getting very tough now for Execretion. Down 13k. Melee racks down in the mid lane as well.
Viper just casually uses ulti on Faceless Void to force him out of the lane. Backstab is there, but no chrono. So it's like stabbing him with the plastic knife.
Pings out, but I don't know what they're going to do with these pings. They've got them all coming out on Execretion, but the team fights have just been impossible to take. They're going to hit them with the 5-man smoke, see if they can catch them off guard. They do have all their ults available. Raging Potato will start to reveal as he takes back the outpost here, pre-30 minutes.
I would not call this a desperation smoke, but it's one of those where you need to get so much done. The scout.
Oh, this is a little awkward. Yeah, they've tried to go for a fight for the curse. It's caused the three of them. Viper strikes down on the Magnus. The RP's not going to do anything at all. They may be close to calling it. It just feels impossible. Like, what do you do if you're Execretion? You have no play that can do anything against 496 right now, it seems.
That Spectre uses ulti before the fight starts, scout things out. Where Magnus is standing, they land a good Winter's Curse. They see that Faceless Void misused his Time Walk, and they're like, yeah, we're taking this fight.
I mean, you said it as well. It's all down to the fountain, skewers and tosses. It feels like that's the only play really the Execretion could do to change the state of this game, as high ground getting pushed once again by 496.
They need to line up perfectly. One hero at tier 3 tower, one hero near the tier 4, and one standing in the fountain, so they can do the skewer into toss.
Let's see if they can do it. Can they set it up? The skewer toss is going to be the only way. He's getting silenced though immediately. The stolen skewer as well. Yassi just dragging the back. Skewer. Ken tries to push back, but he's just dead and gone. The Magnus down. Void as well to follow. Neither with buyback. This bottom racks will be gone. This is going to be the second set for 496. It's a tier 2 top, so the Megas won't be able to come out quite yet.
It's an elimination game, so I don't think they're going to call it yet. You know, just going to lose 2 sets of Raxes and try one more time.
Well, it's the toss, no Magnus in the action at the moment. Overgrowth comes out, into the Meteor Hammer, onto the Wyvern, but the Cold Embrace, the Glimmer keeps him safe. Earl dead and gone. The top lane, Raging Potato having to run himself away from this spec to the Ghost. Back up again as 496 ready to close this one up. Buybacks are available on Execretion. There they come. Earl and Potato straight back into the action. 20 seconds without Palos though. Can they really do anything to slow them down? 4 versus 5. The living armor keeping these towers alive.
Where's the combo?
They've got to
Tiny and Mag are still alive.
It's so hard though. Anyone that jumps in is just going to get instantly silenced by Hung Hung. Again.
Radiant's middle tower has
They've got to get them in the fountain. It's now or never. Raging Potato trying to bait the silence. There it is. Palos now jumps in. BKB pop, but the self fuels. Hung Hung 5-star. RP onto the creep.
5 creeps. RP.
A 5 creep RP. But it's not enough. The stolen up again. Yassi just outplaying the Magnus in every sense of fashion. This game is the Ruben. GG is called 496. Your champions here of the